How we all doing today? Good day, huh? Good day. Is that the wake? Yeah, it's the wake up song. Oh, you know what I was looking for coming on. I was looking for a little recording of DJ Khaled. That's another one, right? But I couldn't find one that would play well. Anyone hit this LLY 100%er overnight? Come on, somebody tell me you hit it. How did I find LLY? I just used a scanner that was looking for squeezes. I like 15-minute and 30-minute squeezes. Sam is great for that, and I kind of like these. If I get rid of the drawings here, whoops, I need to do this. I kind of like these little 30-minute quick squeezes because they resolve themselves pretty quickly, right? Either they work or they don't. This was actually a 15-minute squeeze yesterday, and it was just nice. It had popped. It was tight. The overall chart is in a really nice uptrend. I just took a shot on it. I bought it during my session yesterday. So at the time, I bought it live actually. Um, this is what. Let me get rid of my ugly drawing. This is what the chart looked like when I bought it. Um, Matthews, I'm using them both. I have Sam up on one screen. I also have a TOS scanner down here. To be honest, I might have used. I think I was using the Sam scanner. I don't really remember. Here I have this scanner on a 30-minute squeeze. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I have a lot of scans on here. A lot of different scans. There it is. 30-minute squeeze with a large ATR and weekly options. And so LLY yesterday, this is a replay feature here, was on that and Sam on a 15-minute squeeze. I was looking for a day trade into the close yesterday. Yeah, Matthias, I have a video on that. I posted that video link on how to build that scanner. No, you can't. There isn't really a good scanning feature in TradingView. Riley pushing. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go, Riley. I've got a 100% exit set on Riley, so when that takes me out, I'll have a second one for the day. D-Man, well, we're all having a little bit of competition, but D-Man and I are having an aggressive 100% winner competition this week, and I think he's up on me. He's got like one or two up on me. I have 4 for the week. I think he's sitting at 5 or 6 for the week so far. Okay, so I've only got some short time, so what I want to do is I want to actually get into the lesson. How many of you put a 2 in chat if you were here yesterday for D-Man's volume profile and chart reading session? Okay, good. So would it be helpful? Um, my session right now is going to be on beginner volume profile, the basics of volume profile. Um, do you all feel like you have a handle on volume profile? Should I skip that this afternoon, or is that going to be useful? Like slow it down for the basics. Okay, I will do a basics of volume profile lesson, um, and I will also show settings and whatnot in the afternoon session. So what am I up on Riley here? Let's see. Oh, I'm not even close. What I should have done was bought this week's this week's options on that one. I went out a little bit too far. Um, is there an app or program that will generate support and resistance lines on charts for you? Kind of. I think there's an indicator in trading view that will kind of, it'll give you trend lines, it'll give you a couple of other things, but true support and resistance, you really have to learn how to draw yourself, right? For dots on a squeeze, I usually look for 4 to 5. That means it's actually starting to set up. I have a scanner I built in Thinkorswim that I also use. Nice, Jan. 333%. Well done. Well done indeed. Now you've got one job, right? You know what that one job is, Jan? That's right. you you only live once. Just load the boat. No, let's keep it. McVee, I think Thinkorswim is good for beginners. I mean, I used it as a beginner. Um, I don't. If you want to learn volume profile, and you want to be able to slide through charts easily, I don't think Thinkorswim is good for that. But I use Thinkorswim. I trade in it, um, but I just use their active trader window, and I do everything else in Thinkorswim. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Well, that would have been a nice little bounce there on the SPY. Does anybody have anything they're looking at? TMUS from yesterday's trade plan is a bust. But I decided, and I put it in chat, as we came up into this trend line, I took my profits. I think it was about 35%, because I didn't want any overnight risk. And I mean, honestly, I didn't want any overnight risk, but I had no idea we were going to get this move. So part of that was just luck and, portfolio management, right? Nobody could have seen that coming. So that was just lucky. I chose to cut TMUS with a little profit, and I chose to hold LLY. And of course, both of those worked out. Are we pulling right back into... Okay, so here's something we can talk about real quick. There is... Let me get rid of this stupid braggy drawing. We've broken out above the previous high. You can see that, right? The yellow line that I've drawn there... Get rid of these guys. The yellow line that I've drawn there is the previous high of this pattern. We've broken above it, and we've done a retest once, right? We popped, and retested a little bit, right? This is a this is a 3-minute chart. And then we pushed. Right, there's a little pop and retest. And now we've come up and we've popped up and we're making another retest. Okay. Usually you'll get kind of a quick one as it breaks through and pushes up. And then you'll get another one to see if it's sustained. Now, LLY is a super expensive stock. So this kind of a play would be better done on something different, like something in the $100 to $200 ranges. But this is a good risk reward area to pick up something like LLY for another move higher. Okay. So if we look at the options on LLY, let's see. I mean, you're not going to get much of a move, but you could play the 930s for a bounce here with a really tight stop on a break below that. You could use, if you like this kind of idea, you could use VWAP, a break of VWAP as your stop from here. Right? But you see the one break, retest, larger break, retest. Now the question is it gonna continue its move higher, or is it gonna come back into that pattern? Stock Turner, how I set volume profile on toss. Yeah, I can. My session's only a 30-minute crunch, 114% on Burrow. Well done. Love that all these people are hitting 100%ers. I don't know if anybody in here is using Tasty Trade for these. Yeah, Rosa, there's actually the easiest thing to do because these sessions are so short. I put it in chat before, but give me just a second. Where is it? I have a video. It's older, but it's using Thinkorswim, and it shows you how to build these scans. So I just put that in there. You can watch that at your own leisure and and learn to build it for yourself. Because as you can see, I have all different kinds. I mean, I know those are probably hard. This is all pretty hard to read, but this is a bullish 30-minute squeeze, one with a high ATR. There's bearish squeezes. There's things that find names at all-time highs. Different time frames. So there's a video on how to do those scans, and how to find, and how to make different scans that look for different things. But the difference here is that Sam does the exact same thing and simplifies it. You don't have to build anything, right? So I really recommend that. This is just the TOS scan is just an older scan that I had prior to having Sam at our disposal. Riley's on the move, huh? Let's go. Let's go. Man, if we can break this high right here, we are off to the races. What was the short float on this, by the way? It was like 30 something. 54, 55. Get out of town. We got a squeeze a coming. Come on now. We just got to break through there. We got a squeeze coming. What am I sitting at here? Man, I should have bought the short dated. I'd have like a couple 100% already. Jupiter, I can't tell you what to do. You've got to make that decision for yourself. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and I'm watching this level to see if it breaks through. That's it. And I have an exit order in on Riley at 100%. Well, just above 100%, and not for my full lot either. Just so I can put just so I can continue my contest here with D-Man. All right, we're pushing up above that. That's amazing. Come on now. Now a short squeeze. Does everybody know how a short squeeze happens? Put a 9 in chat if you don't know how a short squeeze happens. Okay, so a short squeeze. Oh, good. I'll answer this while we potentially watch this happen. Riley is being held short 59 or 54 or whatever the number is. I haven't looked it up. I'm going by what people put in chat. 50-ish% of the shares in the float, which means the outstanding shares that are out there for people to trade, are being held short. Okay, that means that somebody has borrowed shares at a certain value, let's say 580, right? And they are hoping that it's going to go down to 340, and then they can buy those shares back, right? Because they've sold them. And so then to exit your position, you buy the shares back at a lower price, and you keep the difference. Now, as the stock starts to go up and break levels, just like when a stock starts to go down and people stop out, shorts have to, there's buying that's happening, actual natural buying of Riley, but then, which is causing it to get pushed up. And then as we reach certain levels, like this previous swing high, if somebody shorted from here or around this area, and we're starting to break it here, they're having to exit their short position. And what happens when you exit a short position? Anyone? If you're holding Riley short and you need to exit, you have to buy. Not at a lower cost. You have to buy it. So regular buying is happening, plus shorts are covering, which is causing more buying, right? Plus, if it goes parabolic, people are having margin calls made on them because they've got too much exposure, which just creates more buying because your broker forces you to close the position, which buys it back, which creates those GME, right? Those parabolic moves, because all of those shares that are being held short are having to be unwound. All those positions are having to be unwound, which creates more buying and buying. Rooster, we just asked if they could do that again. We just said, hey, would you mind short squeezing again for us during the open house? And they said, sure, we can comply. No, this is a day trade type situation. This is not This is not a long-term hold. I've played around with Bookmap, Matthews. It's interesting. The way I trade, it doesn't quite fit the way I trade. I use order blocks. Like if you look at, let's see here, let's hide that. And if you look at these, let's hide this. Let's get a bunch of these things out of the way. Let's hide that. Let's hide that. You see these blocks of. I get order blocks through this indicator that I use for my snipers, and it kind of gives me there's areas where there's lots of orders sitting out there. Yeah, this is. I mean, Nate and D-Man and myself were at least. I try to come on the mic once a day. In a normal trading scenario. Sometimes life doesn't necessarily create that. Sometimes I'm on twice, but at least two of us are on the mic for an hour or more each every single day. Nate's on the mic the most, I would say. Nate Bear. But yeah, this is exactly what we're doing. We do less of the a little bit less of the lessons that we do. We're going to do this afternoon, the basic lessons, unless somebody asks for something. But yeah, we're just live trading, talking about it. Run one race. There's not anything that I'm looking to enter right now. I'm in everything that I want to be in at the moment. I took profits on LLY. We are getting that bounce I was talking about. I don't know if anybody picked that up or not. I didn't. A lot of times I will sort of alert the idea of a trade when I'm on the mic, but I won't necessarily take it because it's hard to manage while I'm flipping between charts and looking at stuff for people and analyzing different trade setups. Is there also a long squeeze? No, it doesn't. I mean, when you get the market takes, the market take like let's look at Meta, right? Meta, the market takes the elevator up. I mean, sorry, the stairs up, right? And the elevator down, right? So this same move from 740 to let's say 640, right? 100-point move took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days to get up here. And it was strong. And it took all of 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 days to get down here. Right? So when it's not the same mechanics as a short squeeze, but when people start selling, and then stops are hit and more people start selling, I mean it has the same effect, but stock moving up going parabolic, the only way it's doing that generally is because of some sort of short squeeze or a really low float, and everybody's buying it up. All right, we'll just keep an eye on Riley there. That's another one. Nice hit, Nate. Is that 4 now? I'm wishing I would have taken a different option strike on these, um, I'd be in the couple 100% as well. But hey, I'm well in profit, so I'm not mad. Crowd jumping today? A little bit. Yeah, look at that. You know, there's another one, right? Slow grind up. Actually moved pretty quickly. Quick pull. Going into earnings. We've got NVIDIA earnings after the bell. I'm sure we'll be playing that in the room. We'll leave the room open a little bit longer. Gary, is that question for me? Daily live trading extra cost over. No, I'm in DPL. If that question is for me, I don't want to assume. I'm in DPL. It's all part of that same cost. The only thing is, D-Man and myself don't put our trades in the trade alerts. We type them here in chat, or we say them over the mic if we happen to be on the mic. Joss, yeah, there is a link, and it's going to be this one right here in an hour. I'm coming back in an hour after lunch, and I will do a basics of volume profile. I'll slow it way down. D-Man talks fast, but he's got a lot of things. He's got a lot of information to convey, right? Nancy, what about options? You want the basics of options? I have a video on that I can share with you. You can watch at your leisure. Did that one just come? Let's see if I can find it for you before I jump off the mic here. Let's see. It is right there. Okay, so
one ticker,
whoa.
one trade.
I got a Nate Bear ad pop up right away. Love that. Okay, so is that it? Did I copy it? Hold on. Sorry, I was distracted by that beautiful face of Mr. Bear. This is options 101. And later in the week, I'll be doing one which talks a little bit about theta decay and selling of options. So there'll be some there too as well. Yeah, Volume Price Analysis by Anna Cooling is a great book. VRVP settings? Sure. Here, the best way for me to do that is just go. You can take a screenshot of that. Basically, the only change there is row size is 150. And then this one, I recommend taking a screenshot of. I'll leave it up there for another couple seconds. And then, of course, I changed my colors to the red and green. Nancy, you looking to make some money right now? Well, let's see. Let's look at. I got to jump off here for the lunch hour, but I think I'm okay to go a little over, right? I'm not going into anybody's time. Am I going into anybody's time? I'm good, right? No, there's no significance, Chuck. It's just orders on the bid and orders on the ask. Yeah, I think I've got a. I think I can stretch just a little bit. Well, let's just look at a couple of charts and see if we can find. I mean, ABT looks pretty interesting. ADP, CVS, TTWO, XLV. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Here's a possible. If you want to try, if you're dying to take a trade into the lunch hour, you can take a SPY bounce. I'm going to buy 0 DTE. Just bought the 598s for today. And let's see what happens. And the reason I'm doing that is because we've come down into VWAP and an order block. And we can possibly take a bounce off of that. I'm looking for like 20-25%. Little quick hits. And I will stop out below VWAP because we'll be in the lunch hour and we'll miss, I won't be able to necessarily alert that because I will be on the mic. So it's not a swing trade, but it's a trade nonetheless. For those of you who like to click the buttons. Oh, I also like on. I like on here on like the 5 minute. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, Z. 5 minute Z chart. I like. What's that look like on the daily? Okay, not bad. Just looking for something to do. I like the Amazon 5 minute chart. A plus. At VWAP. Let's see. Okay. SPY trade in chat. SPY 0 DTE 598 calls. Looking for 25-ish percent. Stop under VWAP. There you go. See, that's the hard part about typing them in these alerts, which you got to give Nate quite a bit of credit because not only is he taking the trade and making that trade, he is also writing up the alert and trying to get it out in a timely manner, etc. The alert's three above at 9:04, Damien. I do not, D-Man and myself do not put our alerts in the trades tab. We do them either in chat here, which is why we're highlighted, or we do them we do them just over voice like I did with that trade on the mic. Come on now, Riley. Let's push. Let's push. Let's see what else we got going on here. This double earnings thing is funny. March 3rd. Monday? You want me to look at Google? Sure. What time frame? Looks pretty bearish to me. Yeah, if you were going to force me to make a trade, if you were going to force me to make a trade on Google, I would want to short it. But it's also going to respond to the market too. You know, the overall market starts going up. You know, it's going to have that effect. But you know, if you said, "Hey, you've got to make a trade right now on Google," I'd say, "Oh, that's a short for me," and that's a short for me because you can see here. Let's do it on a 10-minute chart, right? That yellow line is that point of control from way back here, right? You know, when you're looking on a larger time frame chart. We broke down through it, we came up and retested it, and now we're rolling again. So it'll be interesting to see, do we set up, you know, inverted head and shoulders, or does it continue to roll down from here and we keep this trend line in place? You come for the trading, but you stay for the jokes and the drawing, by the way. that's That's the joke. All right, there's 25% on that SPY trade if you took it off of VWAP. So who is that? Who is asking for a quick trade? I can't remember who it was. Nancy, did you hit that? Did you get your trade fix? That cracks me up, Steve. There was a I hit it. There was this old ad that when they show ads that are great but never actually aired on TV because whatever, they were inappropriate or whatever. And it's a guy getting into a car with his date, and he opens the door and he lets her in, and she rips a big fart, and then he goes around to the other side and gets in, and he says, "Have you met Jane and Nick?" And in the back seat or whatever, and they're in the back seat. He's like, "Oh, I felt it." It's so funny. Uh, that's one of my favorites. We've got chemistry here. Can you feel it? Oh, I felt it. Okay, I digress. All right, I hope you hit that 25%. A nice little quick hit. That's day trading, right? You look at a chart. You're coming into a level here that says, okay, this is an order block. It's VWAP. VWAP will usually act as support. So will an order block. I'm going to take a shot, and take a shot, make a quick 25%, and you're good to go. Bob's your uncle. All right. Well, it is lunchtime now. I am going to put Nate's screen back up. I hope he's still streaming. And then I come back on at 1, I believe, to do a quick lesson on the basics of volume profile. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. But it's good if you're still kind of confused on how to get volume profile to work for you. So that's what I'll do. And then D-Man will follow me, and then Nate Bear will close us out. So remember, this is the last day for the $300 off winner 300 code. So that goes away tonight. I know we'll, as we get into the close, we'll remind everyone of that. But this is what you get from us, pretty much every day. One or two or all three of us are in here just sort of trading live and talking about what we see. So hope to see you guys in there. I will talk to you after lunch.